Almost all of us eat something every day to provide our bodies with energy. Maybe you picked up a granola bar on your way from work, or heated instant noodles right before your next class. While most of us only count the calories and grams of fat, tell me, ever wonder what's in your food? There are a variety of different foods available for us to eat, from fresh fruits and veggies to those potato chips and soda you had for dinner last night. But what do most of these foods, according to the Grocery Manufacturers of America, have in common? It turns out they contain GMOs, or genetically modified organisms. This means that the DNA of the crops to make these products is changed in the laboratory using something called biotechnology. Foods such as corn and soy are biologically modified by inserting a gene that withstands strong pesticides and herbicides meant to kill insects and invasive plants. Since their introduction in 1994, a lot of controversy has arisen because people were unsure about eating food created in a laboratory. While the CEOs and researchers employing the GMOs claim that these foods are no worse than you for conventional processed foods, science suggests otherwise. In a study of 19 mammals that were fed only genetically modified corn and soy, data suggested that this food led to liver and kidney problems. It has also been proven that people are allergic to these types of foods, much like people are allergic to dust, pollen, or peanuts. In another study, it was found that a toxin inserted into plants to make them more resistant to pests is not properly eliminated from our bodies, potentially causing damage in the long run since its effects are essentially unknown. We as humans love surprises, but not when it comes in the form of liver or kidney damage. Where can I find these foods, you may ask? For starters, they may be located in your pantry, your kitchen, and right now maybe even your stomach. A majority of processed foods either contain genetically modified crops or animals that are fed these crops, such as cows or chickens. Where does it say they contain GMOs? Well, it doesn't. Currently, companies such as Monsanto and even Pepsi are fighting a law that requires goods to be labeled, and so far they have been successful. While no adverse effects have currently been observed in humans so far, people generally don't like the unknown, especially if companies are paying millions to cover it up. Unsurprisingly, more than 60% of shoppers believe they have never eaten genetically modified foods, even though they are everywhere. If you're one of those people, then sorry to burst your bubble, but at some point in your life, you had probably eaten these foods at least once. Unless you've been actively pursuing foods labeled USDA certified organic or non-GMO. If you believe the non-labeling of these biologically modified foods is outrageous, there are many different ways that you can encourage companies to label them. You can take part in parades, online petitions, and even get in contact with government officials. History tends to repeat itself. Based on past presidential elections, American Idol, and the People's Choice Awards, citizens have an overwhelming influence on the outcome of certain events. In this case, what you do can make a huge difference. As the public is becoming more and more, GMO labeling is definitely well within reach.